Hey everyone, back here playing another Domain Zoo video. This time I'm trying to record to Twitch for the first time. So if you're watching this on Twitch, welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for the support and hopefully you enjoy it. So we're gonna play in the Modern Challenge today. Starting off with the deck tech here. Um, One thing that we were talking about in the Zoo Discord the other day is potentially playing a Hexdrinker. This is a MH1 card who I've played a lot in earlier versions of Zoo that were more trying to do like Bushwhacker Zoo sort of stuff. I haven't tried in Domain Zoo yet. It's a very good card against like mid-range decks, kind of like grindy matchups. It's like very relevant because basically you can pay 3 mana to give him protection from instants, make him a 4/4, or if you get to 8 counters on him, then he'll become 6/6 protection from everything. So it's also nice to add some more threats. So that's what we're going to try doing. We're doing a little less counters, a little less interaction, and just having a few more threats here. And then the sideboard, we've just basically moved the Minor Missteps to the sideboard, and that's what we're going to test today. I don't know if Minor Missteps are right in the sideboard, but it's nice to just have another card for kind of low to the ground matchups and Cascade, things like that. And the rest is kind of stock with what I've been doing a lot recently. So let's hop over to round one. Okay, looks like I'll be on the play. This is a pretty good hand. It's nice to see the card, but we're testing here. So start off with the turn one Hexdrinker and go from there. So I think with this hand, we need to get a green source. I could do something like get Overgrown Tomb on turn one, and then Steam Vents turn two, and then potentially get double red for what I have in hand. Get Sacred Foundry. So I think I'm actually going to do that. Let me just think for a moment of what sort of mana sources I need to use. So I need a white source, or so I think we're just going to lead off with, let's see, to get Steam Vents. Think for a second. I think we'll actually use this first, the Heath. Usually you don't lead off with Overgrown Tomb with this deck, but just with my hand, I think it's going to make sense. So we'll get our Tomb. Yes. And we'll play Hexdrinker. Okay, Misty Rainforest pass. So he could be on Living End. It could be on a lot of things. Brawler, okay. So we're going to swing in first. Could be Rhinos too. And then let's go red-blue here. So we have 4 types right now. See what my opponent does here. Steam Vents, removal spell, or consider maybe. No, I don't think he would play Misty. It's probably Rhinos. Wow, Spell Snare, okay. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, we have another threat with Brawler. So it might just be Murktide. I didn't think Murktide plays Steam Vents, though. It's actually holding up Counterspell. Ragavan's good. I could try to double spell this turn. I could also try to play around Blood Moon. We will play around Blood Moon a little bit. We will swing in. And I think we're just going to jam Brawler and then Monkey. See what he does here. Okay. Could have another removal spell. It's also fine. Minor Misstep. Consider. Okay. We don't quite have lethal next turn. Obviously, depends on what he does here. Okay, that's a good sign for me. Wonder if he tries to just jam the Blood Moon. It's got to be less appealing with the Ragavan in play. Doesn't look like it. Murktide. Small Murktide. Not small Murktide. Need a binding. I'm in the binding waiting room. Or chained as rocks. All right, I think we just attack with everything. Obviously, he can proc Brawler. I can trade. I can bolt his Murktide. If he doesn't block something, then see what he does here. Okay, that's kind of to be expected. So now we're going to bolt his Murktide. So we're going to play around Spell Pierce here. Could also try to... Let me just think for a second. I could Tribal Flames him. He goes to... I could take him to 1. But I think I want to just kill this Murktide. I don't know. It's tempting. Maybe I don't care about this Murktide. He probably has Spell Pierce in the deck. The thing is, though, if I bolt and then Tribal Flames him, he can't even use Spell Pierce. So I think that's a better play. I think I don't care about this Murktide right now. So let's do that. Let's go. Another spell snare would be annoying, but I think it's unlikely. I think he only plays 1 or 2. So he's at 4. It's going to be at 1. Can't Spell Pierce this. Can't even use that land. And then I think that was the right play. Obviously, I could have killed the Murktide, but I think just doing the damage to face is better. Now, like, he has to basically hold up Counterspell. He can't swing with Murktide. He can't even crack this fetch. So I guess it's bad if he just has Counterspell here, and I'm like kind of oh, okay. I guess he has a blocker. 2-turn clock. Okay. So we're just gonna attack, obviously. He must have a removal spell. Okay. Bolt. Okay, we got there against Murktide. One didn't really do all that much. Guess they played a couple removal spells. Terms of sideboarding. So we want Misstep, we want Chain, we want Rest in Peace. I don't think could bring in Tear Asunder. Nah, it's kind of overkill. We want to keep in Migloz. We'll trim on one Brawler. We definitely want to keep in Ragavan. I usually like to trim Tribal Flame, especially on the draw. Obviously, it was very good there, but on the draw, it's just harder. I'm under so much pressure. Let me look at what I usually do in this matchup. Got this handy dandy sideboard guide. This is sideboard guide I got from DackFaden07, so you can check out his YouTube. He's also on the Discord. But I usually, so here's what he's saying. So I'm on the draw, I should bring in Teferi, which I don't have in this sideboard anymore. Chain of the Rocks, Rest in Peace. Tear Asunder. So, okay, so I guess he cuts one Misstep on the draw, so I guess I'll only bring one of them. And then I need to cut one more card. Could cut a Bolt. Could cut a... I am bringing Chained, so you could argue to cut the Bolt. I could also cut a Nacatl. I'll cut a Nacatl. I don't know if this is... I think this is fine. I like to keep more threats in. Just when I'm sideboarding in general. It depends on the matchup, obviously, but like I don't want to go super low on threats because then it just gets hard to... The deck doesn't really function entirely right because the issue is if you go too low on threats, then you just like you try to function as like a control deck, but you aren't very good at that. So it's just kind of gets very awkward very quickly. So that's why you want to try to like you can cut trim a few threats, like, but you don't want to go crazy with it. We have a basic. Ugh. I guess we probably just try to go with Scion. It's just so bad. Like if he plays turn 1 Monkey, I guess it's not the end of the world. I can play my own Nacatl or something. I think that's what we have to do. I don't know. Maybe this is a little too clunky of a hand. The problem is that the basic planes is good to have against like Blood Moon, but like in the opener, it's just I don't know. This is fine. We'll make it work. We don't have any interaction. We just have a lot of stuff, a lot of creatures, but that's good too. Okay, so Bobble himself. So he's got 2 lands in hand, right? He's got a fetch land at least, and another land, or that's the only reason you bobble yourself. So he's probably gonna hold up a removal spell. Now there's a bit of an issue. Like if I just play Savai here, and then he just holds up Counterspell. Okay, that's interesting. So now I can just dram and jam. I mean, he's probably got a removal spell for Monkey. Do I really care though? I could get Steam Vents. Brawler. I think we're just going to play Monkey. Like, obviously, he's got a removal spell, but I've got a bunch of threats in hand, so I think it's better to just play my biggest threat and make him have the removal spell. Make him use it. Like, maybe he only has a Bolt. He can use the Bolt here, and that means he's not using it on my Brawler. Yep. Okay, so it is a Bolt. So now it's like much less chance that he can kill my Brawler turn 2. Obviously, it's still possible. He could have 2 Bolts. He's got 2 types in the graveyard already, but... Shredder, so you have another Bobble. Now, if I want to super play around Blood Moon, it's interesting. I can't double spell though, and I don't. So I think if I want to super play around Blood Moon, I would get a basic Forest here and play a 3/3 Brawler, and then next turn I can just play Savai Triome tapped, Or I can play Savai Triome tapped and then play Scion. I think I'm going to just play around Blood Moon. You could argue, I think this is fine. On the draw, I'm a little more worried about Blood Moon, so I'll play my Brawler as a 3/3. Won't double spell because I don't want him to lose. He's only got 3 cards in hand. And he already used 1 Bolt. So, and he doesn't have a Bobble. He had no Monkey. He had no DRC because he would have played it turn 1. See what he does here. So next turn, I can either, depending on what he does, I could play a Plains, I could chain this Ledger Shredder, or I could just play Scion. He doesn't even have another land, then I'm in good shape, but let's see if he swings here. Oh man, then I'm in very good shape. Okay, what does that change? Not a whole lot. I think we just play our Savai Triome, swing with Nishoba Brawler, and then go from there. Maybe he did. I wonder what he kept in his hand. Maybe he does have Blood Moon. He just doesn't have another land. Okay. So now I'll just play Scion. I still think I'm in a pretty good position. We got this chained if he gets a Murktide down or something. Okay. Doesn't make a difference. I'm like so far behind on clock. I think it's just my MTGO is so slow. Like it's not very often I'm 6 minutes behind on clock. It's also like my opponent hasn't done anything either of these games. Okay, Fury the Scion. Consider. Still trying to find a land, I guess. Does not find the land. Oh, he does find a land. He's probably holding up Counterspell. Okay, I'm intrigued by this. Does he have another Shredder, maybe? I guess he's just gonna do the race thing, huh? Don't believe you'll be winning that race, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, that's interesting. I think we might just try to chain this Shredder now to bait out. I guess it's bad if he can connive. Seems like he's holding up a Counterspell. Then I can get my Nacatl down, but then it grows. But then I can still bind it next turn. But giving him connives isn't great. Let's see what he... I think I just do this, though. Counterspell? No. Okay. So, I'm trying to think what else he could have. Okay. Interesting. Don't know what my opponent's doing. Iteration? Okay. Go for it. some point, I guess he's going to put a Murktide down. Gets a Bolt, so Bolt the Brawler. Okay. Okay. Still in pretty good shape. Not the fastest clock. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so the question is, do I want to hold up Binding? Do I want to shock and hold up Binding, or do I want to just put Rest in Peace in play? I think I just want to put Rest in Peace in play. And put the Temple Garden in tapped. I'm trying to think of how I want to tap here, though. I don't think I want to tap like that. Do we hold up at basic planes? Sure. So let's go white, green. Rest in peace. And then we'll do Temple Garden tap. Because I just don't want him to be able to dash monkey. I guess you could say it doesn't matter that much, but it would be annoying if you like dash monkey and then like flipped a blocker for my deck. So I think we're in a good spot. Okay. It's a little late for that, buddy. So Minor Misstep is still a 3/3. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so I think we just dash monkey here. Don't think we need to get too cute with this. Swing for 5. See if he has another bolt in hand or removal spell. Doesn't look like it right now. Oh, it does look like it now. Okay. So I guess the question is, do I want to put Jegantha to hand? Or do I want to deal with this Blood Moon now? What could he play? Like maybe hard cast a Fury next turn? He could play another basic island, hold up counterspell. I think I just want to grab Jegantha right now. I don't think I really care about this Blood Moon at the moment. I'm just going to save this Binding in case he plays a threat, honestly. Like if he plays like a blocker, like a Shredder or something, then I'll bind it. E on 1. Okay, it's a desperation move, sure. Oh, I guess I'll get the Shredder back. That's kind of annoying, actually. That's a good withdrawal. Okay. Let's swing in. He'll crack it. He'll get a Shredder back. Yep. Okay, so the question is like, do I just play a Kavu as a 3/3 and then bind Shredder? Then he can die to Bolt, but he's already used like a lot of bolts. The other option is just to play Jegantha and not care about the Shredder right now. And then next turn potentially bind their I think I might just play Jegantha here. Maybe this is wrong, but I don't think he has a good way to kill Jegantha right now, or at all. He can't turn on Unholy Heat, so I like this. It's also more mana efficient. So the other option would have been I could have binded the Blood Moon and then played Kavu, but that's going to be a double spell. I could have binded the Shredder and played Kavu as a 3/3, and then it dies to Bolt. I don't have a way to deal with Blood Moon. I don't care that much about Blood Moon. I think Jegantha's fine, though. It's a 5/5. Like, I think he's going to have a hard time double spelling. He's just going to hard cast a Fury, but I still don't really care that much about that. Could have Petty Theft, I guess. Hexdrinker's interesting. Okay, so now we're at like the moment where I'm like, do I even care about this Blood Moon anymore? And I think the answer is no, I don't. Do I care about the Shredder that he's gonna have to block with? Do I just bring him to 2? Actually, I think I'm just gonna bind and then swing for 5. And then I'll play Kavu next. Petty Theft would probably be the most annoying thing. But I think that's like a 1 of in his deck. Could also play Hexdrinker, but I think we just do this. Okay, looks like we got there. Again, this is a good example. So I played it conservatively, but that was because I'm trying to play around Blood Moon. And like, I don't really know what he kept. I feel like he just kept kind of a weak hand that had Blood Moon. And I think this is something I've seen that's pretty common, especially against like Murktide. When players that bring in Blood Moon, obviously sometimes it is good, but like in this case, I went a little slower with building my domain mana base at the beginning just to be able to have to get my basics. And luckily, like my opponent stumbled on a land, so that's what allowed me to get 2 basics down. And then like he was so limited, like he got this Blood Moon down, but I didn't really care at that point. Like I still had my creatures. My Nacatl was a 3/3. I could still play a 3/3 Kavu. I could still play Binding for 3 mana. I could still play like all my spells, so it just didn't matter that much. So yeah, we're now 1-0 in the challenge, and that will do it for the challenge. So let me hop on here. Not the fastest round I've ever had, but we got there. All right. So, I mean, this is a keep, but it's just like a little clunky having 2 basics in hand. Oh, Murktide? I haven't seen this deck before. I would say it could be Breach or something. So now we kind of have to play our Nacatl, even despite the clunkiness. Man, the clunk factor is high. Okay, so let's think for a second. I don't have Stomping Around in my deck, right? So I could fetch I could play a Triome. I think playing a Triome into Monkey is a pretty stupid idea. So I think I just have to play basic Forest and Nacatl, as like awkward as it seems with a domain mana base. Like, because I really need to get a mountain with this, or else like, I mean, I guess technically I don't to cast what I have in hand, but I don't know. This is like not a great position. I guess this hand may have been a mulligan. It was like slightly clunky with 2 basics in hand. I don't know. I think we just go basic Forest Nacatl and then just like hope he doesn't have a removal spell. Seems unlikely against Murktide, but
I don't know. Maybe I have an irrational fear of getting hit by Ragavan, but like I've had it happen enough times. Like even I don't know that Murktide decks are main decking Blood Moon anymore, but I've had times where like I just get hit by Ragavan on the draw, and then they play Blood Moon turn 2, and I just like lose. And like obviously I have basics in hand, so maybe that's not a concern, but I just think it's I gotta at least try. Yeah, I mean he has the removal spell, okay. But now we're in like a pretty bad spot still. I mean he could hold a counterspell here. Oh, if he plays that, I'm not in a terrible spot. Okay, he plays a Shredder. So you have the Bobble too. Oh god. Oh god, I'm getting dunked on. Okay. Alright, so how do we get out of this mess, right? So I could do... Yeah, this is so awkward with these lands. I think I should mulligan this hand. Okay. I probably need to stop getting hit by Ragavan. That's probably step 1. So I could just play Plains and play Brawler. Ugh. Next turn. But the problem is if I do that, I still can't get 3 types next turn. So my only way to get 3 types would be I need blue. So like Steam Vents, I guess. I get Steam Vents, and then next turn I can play. So maybe I go Steam Vents Brawler. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Next turn I can potentially play a Triome, and then I guess if I do that though, I can't play Binding next turn. Do I need Binding next turn? Probably not. I think I'm more likely to play Scion next turn. Yeah, alright. Steam Vents. Also, let me know if the chat, if you guys can like hear things okay. And it's like, or if it's like super laggy. Because my MTGO has been like super slow. Okay, go and consider. So I do have the Binding for Murktide. I don't want to get bolted, or I guess if he he keeps it on top. Oh, second bobble. Oof. So now I can get Delirium and kill my Brawler. Yeah. Man, he's just really like he's just really dunking on me. Can't even get a creature to live here. So now is he okay? Yeah, I think we just need to play Savai and then play Scion. And I think I need to attack. I don't think I can just sit back and not attack here. If he wants to trade something, he can trade it. I don't care. Could have Unholy Heat. Doesn't have Delirium yet, though. I don't know why I thought he had. Oh, he has no land in the graveyard. Oh, interesting. Could be holding up Counterspell. Should be annoying. That's probably what he's doing. That's fine. We'll get it out of him. I have maybe a few more Ragmans that I really want. Okay. A double Spell Pierce me. It's fine. Maybe I should have waited, because then he got like the double connive to make his, so now he can block my, yeah, so maybe that wasn't smart to do that pre-combat. But I don't know. How am I supposed to play around double Spell Pierce, like with 3 cards in hand? I don't know. I guess that was bad. That ended up very poorly for me. He still doesn't have Delirium, though. Still going to attack with everything. Actually, I won't attack with Scion. So I want to kill his DRC if I can. And obviously, I'll just get walled by Shredder. But I probably don't want him to loot again, so I can't play Monkey. He would need a land. I mean, sure, if he wants to trade his board. Yeah, so I guess the better play would have been I could attack with everything first, and then just held up the binding. And see if he tried to like loot stuff away. Yeah, because I gave him 2 free. I gave him a free loot and like 2 free surveil, so that was definitely a punt. Actually, don't hate this trade. Must have nothing in hand. I'm not gonna let him loot again though. So, but yeah, that would have been. He had 2 spell pierces in hand. It would have been way better if I just attacked first. Okay, iteration is good. I don't know if he top decked that or had that in hand. It's like probably the best card he could have had right there. Because now he could potentially loot with the Shredder. It's crazy he doesn't have a land in the graveyard. So that's like what's saving me. And now I'm assuming that those days are over. Yeah, because he'll get a land and he probably has Unholy Heat in hand. And then he'll attack for 1,000,000 with his giant Shredder. Yeah, so man, that would have been a much better yeah. That would have been such a better outcome if I had not been terrible. TV attacks here. He didn't loot. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. Help me at all. All right, now we're not in like the greatest shape. Yeah, we would have been in so much better shape if I had been better. But I don't know. I don't know that I don't know that like playing around double spell pierce is the right move. I was playing around counterspell, not double spell pierce. Well, I wasn't really playing around counterspell. I was just jamming it. But I guess that allowed him to do things that shouldn't have done. Another iteration would be probably the worst right now. Although Murktide would be bad too. Okay, so he doesn't have a bolt in the graveyard, but I guess he can just draw 1,000,000 cards. Yeah. Okay, so he'll just draw like 5 cards here. It's pretty bad for me. Or he'll maybe play a Shredder and then draw 1,000,000 cards. DRC. Yeah, that's bad. Breach is tough to deal with. I wonder if this is Murktide or just Breach. Or like, Murktideless Murktide. Now I can get like unlimited card draw. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this game. And he had a pretty good start, but I mean that turn was just so catastrophic for me. When like I could have just swung, if I just swung with Scion Brawler first and just waited, then he wouldn't have been able to like connive. He wouldn't have been able to do so much crap. So, and he wouldn't have been able to just block with the Shredder. And I don't know, it would have been much better. I should have just waited. And I would have been in a much better position. Plays his own Ragavan. Okay, I guess he didn't want to draw cards. He'll still draw a card from Breach is so crazy sometimes. Like he can still draw what? Another card from Breach, yeah. And Surveil. Like, damn. I need to crack this fetch. What do I need to get though? If double red, maybe another blue source. Another blue and another something. Yeah, so this could just be Breach, like without Murktide. Kind of hard to tell, because it doesn't really matter at a certain point. I have to, so I need another blue source. I don't know, blue green, sure. Getting dunked on. All right, so what do we need? Double Tribal Flames off the top. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Think we just play Scion and then swing in. It's more mana efficient to play Jegantha, but I think I need to try swing with Monkey here. See if he tries to double block. You have to trade both, though. Yep, you won't be trading that because my Monkey is first strike. Okay. Yeah, I think giving first strike was better than just trading. Now I can kill his DRC unless he needs to get... does he have another iteration? Yeah. So if he gets to Lyrium again, he'll just Unholy Heat me again. My Scion. If not, I can kill his DRC. He doesn't have it yet, though. He needs to get another land in the graveyard. Which he probably will get a land off this iteration, so then my Scion's probably just dead. Yep. God damn. He's just like dunking on me with everything. So much card selection, card advantage. Yeah, double Spell Pierce was really the turning point. Yeah, he's got a fucking 4/6 Ledger Shredder. What the hell? Does he have the Unholy Heat? Almost certainly, yes. I would say I need to block the DRC here. Even though he might have Bolt or something. Need my life total to be good. Okay, I really would like a Tribal Flames off the top. Does he just have double Bolt? I guess he just has double Bolt. Well, that's unfortunate. He just blew me out. Okay, that was fun. So I didn't see a Murktide and all that, and like everything in his deck, so he could not be playing Murktide and just be playing Breach. Honestly, at a certain point, it doesn't actually matter that much. I think I board the same, basically. Come on, MTGO. Yes, he did. Let me sideboard. Okay. What does Dak Fane 07 say I should do against this I don't know. Do I think it's Murktide or I think it's Breach? I think it's like basically the same. I don't know that. I mean, he could bring in Blood Moon. Okay, well, let's do one Minor Misstep. Let's get our Graveyard Hate in. Get our Chain to the Rocks in. I'm gonna trim on. I don't know. He does have Shredder. 2 Nacatl, 1 Brawler. I'm on the play, so 1 Brawler, 1 Bolt. Maybe one Tribal Flames. Is Hexdrinker good in this matchup? Like, I don't even know. I guess so. He's got removal. They trim like one Nacatl, one Hexdrinker. Could not be correct. I don't know, something like that. Sure. All right, I'm on the play. Okay. I like this hand except for the weird lands, so we have to mulligan that. I like this hand too. We're gonna keep. We'll put back Overgrown Tomb. Or we put back a Kavu. Nah, we'll just have 50 million Kavus and get blown out by Dress Down. So I'm feeling a Spell Snare here, but I got so many Kavus in hand that I don't think I care. Saw in his last. I saw in his graveyard before, so he has it in the deck. If I get Scion, I'll play Scion. I don't. All right. Well, we just jam one of our mini Kavus. Of course, you could have Dress Down too. That'd be also sad, but I think you just gotta jam and pray. Spell Snare. No Spell Snare. He's got Dress Down. Consider. Well, that's bad, because he can already get turn 2 Delirium. So he might just kill me with that if he has a bobble, like Shredder and a bobble. Oh, baby. You're saying there's a chance. Just kidding. See, yeah. Okay, that's fine, though. Why did he play it then, though? It had Flash. We'll just go Kavu again. He's got Delirium already. I don't have a third land. I don't care. Just keep jamming our Kavus. I guess if he goes Blood Moon, I'm just fucked. But I actually couldn't have played around at this game. I don't think. I mean, if he goes Blood Moon, I'll just start looting away cards I can't cast. I need a third land to play around Blood Moon. Okay. So he's gonna just hold up Counterspell now. I mean, I need another land. Okay, that's another land. Thank you for that. Do we jam another Kavu? Why not? How many Kavus is too many Kavus? At some point, he will run out of stuff. He has so many cards in hand, though. He hasn't done anything. Another one. Counterspell. Consider. Spell Snare. I'll let this resolve. Let's go, boys. Okay. See if we can stabilize here. He's got so many cards in hand, but I guess we'll find out if he's a Murktide deck, because at some point he's going to get a Murktide with 3 Considers in the graveyard. And an Unholy Heat. So he can play, what, a 7/7 Murktide? Which I don't have a way to deal with at the moment. So I think what, he's got another Dress Down? Probably. Dress Down plus Counterspell. Okay, that's interesting. No, I think I need to exile card. Maybe I should have looted that. No, I think this is fine. Because I need to be able to cast everything and hold up stub. I think I'll just get a basic, because why not? Yeah. I think I might just keep it on top. Yeah, that's not correct. Maybe I'm supposed to like dig for a burn or a binding. Oh wait, I shuffled it anyway. It doesn't matter. So I guess the smarter play would have been if I wanted to keep it on top, I was supposed to crack the fetch in response to subtlety, and then with the trigger on this, then I could have had it on top. Yeah, that was stupid. Because now I just shuffled it away for no reason when I could have. Okay, wow, lesson learned. I think I want to counter this. If he had something better, then I don't think he would be playing this. I want to keep my Kavu alive. Obviously, he could still have Unholy Heat. I guess that gives him Delirium. I don't know. It's kind of like what can you do? Yeah, all right. Now I have regrets about not keeping the Brawler on top, but it's fine. I only have 2 types. I could attack to try to loot something away. I could also attack to try. Nah, it's gonna just like. Let's see. So I think I attack with both and just kill a subtlety. I don't know. This isn't great. Like I could discard Tribal Flames. I don't hate this actually. I could exile. I think I'm just gonna exile. Artifact. Maybe I'm playing this like too scared. So you should block Kavu, and then I can Tribal Flames his subtlety. And I don't know if this is great. Nah, I think this is fine. I have no cards in hand. Got a million lands. Man, come on. I really would like to see like my. I guess I got some graveyard hate. He doesn't have a whole lot of payoffs. So you can play Shredder and like consider, I guess. Or I guess he can Unholy Heat my Nacatl. That's what he'll do. Yeah, things haven't been going very well. I think if I should have played the last turn differently. That's not that helpful at this point in time. I am 1 type short of that being helpful. I guess he just might be the Breach deck without the combo. So I'd like maybe like a land off the top would be good. I don't think he's actually playing Counterspell. Famous last words. I haven't seen it yet this match. It is indeed land. Okay. See if we can hang on. Showing not having much in hand. I think I have to block the Ragavan even though my Jegantha dies to Bolt. I just can't let him hit me again. Maybe that's not correct. But I don't know. There's so many things he can flip that I'm just like terrified of. Like I feel like he almost certainly has Bolt in hand. I think this is correct. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I figure he had that, but I just don't think getting hit by Ragavan every turn is a key to success in a deck where I have a bunch of red creatures. I mean, he can cast like anything in my deck, so as like unpleasant as that trade was. So he's got Delirium again. And I need something useful off the top. Got one card in hand. Now he's about to have 2 cards in hand. Okay, that is something useful off the top that I can't cast because of Blood Moon. So I guess not so useful off the top. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked Monkey. I don't know. He would have flipped Scion. Oh, of course, he got another Monkey. I'm not sure. Things are not looking good. Okay, there's a second Scion. She can't cast. He's got 2 types right now, so he needs 8 mana to cast that. I also need 8 mana to cast it. Oh man. I guess we're just losing this match. Yeah, I mean, last game was definitely on. I think that was last game, right? Or was that this game earlier? No, I think last game was the one that I punted that game. Like this game, I also had that punt of shuffling away my own brawler, so that's like another one that definitely impacted things. But now, like it is what it is. I didn't really have a way to play around Blood Moon. It's also turn 10 and I haven't won, so. But I had a lot of threats early, and he just had the answers for them, unfortunately. And then I just kind of couldn't really get anywhere. And like, I mean, the Underworld Breach every time just kills me. Like, I was really hoping. No, we don't need to tap that. That's why I bring in like Rest in Peace. But you didn't see it, so. But yeah, turn 10. I mean, like this deck wins on turn 4, so that's obviously like on me for not being fast enough. On the other hand, it is what it is. So it's not over yet, but it is pretty much over. I guess if I draw a plains, I can. Okay, it is over. All right, yeah. Well, he just completely blew me out. Both games, unfortunately. Well, not. I guess last game was pretty close. I mean, this game could have been closer. Like, I'm trying to think of what I could have played differently. Like, I definitely shuffling away the Brawler was pretty bad, but he would have played Blood Moon. It would have been a 2/3 Brawler, which isn't great, but it would have been better than nothing. With just the lands I had in hand, I didn't really have a way to play around Blood Moon. Like, I drew this Overgrown Tomb, so I didn't get another fetch land. Obviously, if that had been a fetch land, I would have just gotten a basic plains, most likely. I ended up having basic forest. I forget if I drew that or fetched it, but yeah, and it just happened to be like I have a bunch of red or green cards in my deck, but since I already used 3 Kavus, 1 Nacatl, that I ended up drawing cards I couldn't cast. So like Tribal Flames I could have casted, but for only 2 damage, that doesn't really help me. And then Binding couldn't cast and have white mana, and then Scion obviously can't cast. So if these had been like I don't know, like Migloz, like Brawler, Nacatl, Ragavan, like things could have been different. Hexdrinker, but unfortunately, kind of did not draw very well there at the end to try to bail me out. So we're at 1-1. Yeah, so that's like not. I hate that. Yeah, I mean he just dunked on me. I think the game 1 was definitely mine to win. I lost that because I don't know. I should have thought more about giving him the chance to get a Surveil trigger, because he had DRC and Ledger Shredder on the board. The only way to get Surveil trigger would have been to have a removal spell instead of a counter. He was showing counter, but I was thinking counter spell, not double not double Spell Pierce, so I didn't think he would get a. Hmm. I guess the other move I could have done, like if he had played one spell, I guess him playing one Spell Pierce shows that he has a second Spell Pierce. So what I could have done there is just not paid the tax on the Spell Pierce, and then, I mean, I guess he could have not had a second Spell Pierce and just gone with the Surveil. He just wanted to do it to Surveil, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I was just supposed to not. Maybe I was supposed to play it the same, but not pay the tax on this first Spell Pierce because I had the mana to pay it. So, and that he wouldn't have allowed him to Surveil. Although I guess he could have waited for his Spell Pierce. No, it would have resolved. It would have countered it. I mean, I guess with it on the stack, if he was like holding priority, and with it on the stack, yeah, okay. I don't know. I just didn't play that very well. We got like 20 minutes left, but I don't think I can play. I'm like very bad at double queuing, so I'm not even gonna attempt to. All right, I am back. About to start round 3. We're sitting at 1-1, so our first match was against Murktide. Our second match was against, like, I guess, Breach, combo list Breach. You know, basically Murktide without Murktide. So we'll see what we get for round 3. Okay, so it looks like had some technical issues, but yeah. So I'm playing against Canister. I'm way behind on clock, unfortunately, so I don't think I'm gonna win this match. I'm on game 1, but you know, we're getting a shot. Looks like he's on Murktide. Fine. I have a binding for the Shredder. And I have a second binding in case he plays something else. Do I need to... So I need just red. So I could get red-white if I need it. It's probably a better idea. So let's just do this. Oh, I guess I need to fetch shock to get red-white. Let's just do that now. Because I want to look out for a dash monkey. So if I did this right, I should have 5 types now. I do. Okay, great. Okay. He is tapped out, so I could try to just take him to 7 right now, or I could hold up binding so he doesn't dash a monkey. No, I'm just gonna Trouble Flames him right now. In case he goes Blood Moon or something. I don't think he will, but Blood Moon? Blood Moon? Bolt. Oh, he's this one. Okay, so he's Breach. Okay, fortunately, we don't have a lot of options here, so let's see. I could hold up Binding. I feel like I have to hold up Binding for his combo, so let's do this. Maybe that was stupid because now I can't cast Jegantha next turn. Okay, I will bind this. Could Spell Pierce it, but okay, that's fine. We'll get a Forest. Fortunately, I could like lose to a Breach almost. Nah, he has enough in the graveyard. So I'm applying decent pressure. Next turn, I can cycle his Triome if I don't draw anything good. Okay, that's pretty good, but do we attack first? I guess if he has like a removal spell for this, it's bad for me. I'll just attack. I don't think I need to draw. I think I'm just gonna go upkeep bolt him. Okay, I got there against Breach. So this time it looks like he's doing the combo. I don't know if that really changes anything for me. I didn't see Urza Saga. He could have Urza Saga in it, which could change some things. So let's just go with Rest in Peace, of course. Chain of the Rocks. We could do Natural State, could do Tear Asunder, could do Misstep. I think Misstep. I think Hexdrinker is good in this. I think we trim on a Brawler. So Bolt, trim on Tribal Flames. Maybe 2 Tribal Flames. I think Migloz can be good. Maybe trim on a Nacatl. I gotta be worried about Blood Moon. Trim on a Hexdrinker. Don't know. Sure. Something like this. Okay, this is a 1-lander, so we're gonna mulligan this. Swamp Forest, Island, Forest, Plains. Now I need Mountain. Okay, better. Much better. Been a Scion. On the draw, do I been Rest in Peace stops his combo. Do I been a Scion? Because I draw 1 drop. That's why I did that. I think I want Binding. It's a cool one. It's an annoying card. Ooh, Hexdrinker. I like it. So green, blue, red, white. This is what we're looking like doing here. Do I want to play around Blood Moon? No, I think we just go for it. I could have played basic Forest there, but then Kavu dies to Bolt. Like, that could have been a better play, though. Shredder, maybe? Okay, I will trade this. Obviously, it's annoying if he just bounces my Kavu, but it is what it is. If he goes Blood Moon, then I'm going to just be sad, and it's fine. I'll live with it. Oh, so he does have Saga, which is a little annoying. Okay, that's even more annoying. So now I'm in trouble. Because he didn't even have to use the Aether Spellbomb for that. And now I'm just going to get outgrounded by Saga. So, guess we just exile his graveyard, turn off his combo. I don't know. I don't really know what I do here. I'm going to lose this game. Like, I think just playing Kavu again and just getting bounced by Spellbomb is not great. But I also didn't apply any... The problem is this Urza Saga is going to kill me. Or, like, be a big issue. He'll just start making tokens. And now, again, he can still just bounce my thing. Could Bolt to Fairy. That doesn't really accomplish it. Yeah, I really need another land. No land waiting room. I'll just bounce this. End of turn. It's fine. I'm fighting through it. And then he'll get Shadow Spear most likely. He'll bounce this, get Shadow Spear, start gaining life. Okay, I guess he didn't want to bounce it yet. Thinking Shadow Spear. Make his construct bigger than my Kavu. Oh, drum. Okay. Just keep ramping. He's getting really wide. Oh, I think I should have brought in Hidetsugu for this matchup, probably. Because he's on the artifact game plan. Yeah, I definitely should have brought in Hidetsugu. Okay. I mean, we're not winning this game. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm going to take 8. I can cast a Binding for 2. But then he just bounce it. Kill Teferi. Doesn't seem that useful. I'm going to take 8. I think I just concede. Because the clock issue. Okay, so we're going to do Hidetsugu because he's on the artifact game plan. And we might even do Natural State also. He's on Urza Saga game plan. Hidetsugu chain, probably a Nambo. Trim Nacatl. Trim Monkey. Second Natural State, or is that overkill? Really, let's do third Tribal Flames instead of second Natural State. I don't know, something like this. Sure. I guess I don't actually know that he's on Bolt. I don't remember if he used a Bolt game 1 or in a Holy Heat. Keep. So I go Nacatl or Brawler turn 1? I mean, Hexdrinker or Brawler? Or sorry, Nacatl. I think I'm just gonna Nacatl. Okay, so obviously he does have Bolt, so. Kavu's a good draw. Next turn I can double spell Brawler and Hexdrinker. Exile that Bolt maybe. Okay. Exile the Bobble probably. Okay, he's gonna go with the go wide game plan again. Okay, I guess we'll just do it all, huh? I think I want to exile that Bobble though. I think that's gonna be the thing I do. Or I could exile the Bolt. No, I'm gonna exile the Bobble. I think it was smarter to try to keep him away from Delirium, because I think he's got an Unholy Heat in his deck, rather than... So next turn I can actually pump Cobb, and I am almost threatening lethal if he cracks that fetch. I am now threatening lethal. Okay, bolt on Brawler probably. No unholy heat on that. Okay. Still only 3 types in the graveyard. Fairy, okay. Still in pretty good shape. Okay, now not as in good shape. Jeez. Quite the turn, huh? Teferi bounce. Kill Brawler with Fury. That's annoying. That's good, though. Oh, I don't have double red. That was a mistake. That was a punt. I should have played the Triome, I think. And kept basic forest. I don't know. Could kill Teferi. I don't care about Teferi. Alright, we're still in pretty good shape. Probably loot away this Triome. He's got 3 types in the graveyard. E on 2. Okay. Cracks it right now. Okay. Okay, Stub's not that useful. Tribal Flames him now. Hold up Stub. I don't know. Cycle the Triome now. We'll just Tribal Flames him now. Do I hold this on for cycling? No, I think I just have to play it. So yeah, last turn it would have been better to play that Triumph earlier, and I would have had more mana up, and I could have grabbed Jegantha this turn, so that's definitely a punt. Alright, well, we'll jam that. And grab Jegantha probably. I could cycle his Triome and try to find something else, and maybe that's a better move. I think I'm just going to jam Jegantha and force him to use Teferi to bounce it. Yeah, it's a bad trade, but I think I just got jam. Jam and hope. Okay. Yep. 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 Ragavan's interesting, but not really. I don't think I bother playing this land. Oh, I guess Stubby's useless with Teferi on the field. Forgot about that. I don't know why I was thinking about that. Yep, so he's got another blocker. Okay, that makes it interesting. So with Dash Monkey, attack with everything. Okay. Played around Spell Pierce. I don't think he plays Counterspell. Could be wrong. All right, looks like we got there against Canister. 2-1. Killing it. It's that easy. It's that easy sometimes. Oh, man. Okay. Cool. All right, we got there even with like our clock running low and stuff. Unfortunately, with the technical issues, it seems like streaming at the same time as playing MTGO is just causing my computer to like MTGO to crash a bunch. So I'll have to look into that and see if there's some stuff I can tweak there. But I guess for now I'll just record the rest of the video. But yeah, anyway, that was round 3 against Canister. I'm 2-1. I'll see you guys for round 4. Okay, back for round 4. I'll be in the play, which is always good. Sounds good. So we'll play our Heath, and if there's something worth stubbing, which is like unlikely, but he could, maybe if I'm playing against like Hammer and he goes like turn 1, Cigar's 8 or Hammer, then I'll probably stop that. But other than that, it's likely I'll just fetch Triome and then play Scion turn 2. But again, we'll see what he plays turn 1. Okay, so we're just going to play our Heath. So we'll get Zagoth Triome if we need to. Sorry, if we don't have anything to stub here. Okay. So we're actually have a pretty good hand for this. I mean, he's going to have to take the stub. So he's going to have to take stub and Tribal Flames, and I'll just play Scion. Now we'll see he could take something else, but this is fine. Yeah, so obviously he'll Undying it. And I'm guessing he's got to take Tribal Flames here, right? Okay. So he's on the Ephemerate pack. I guess I should have seen red-white. So he'll just he'll take another card next turn, but I'm going to have to get Scion down. I could bind this now. I don't think that's great, though. I mean, it'll keep him from... I think I just get a threat down. I don't know. It's like so close. Like, I guess we'll just... No, we'll just get threat down. Well, I have the chance. I guess it's bad if you like Fury Ephemerates here or something, but... I think this is fine. I don't care about this grief that much. It's a 3-2. See if he rebounds here to take another card. Yep. Does he have binding? No. All right. Okay. Guessing he's gonna try to get like a Solitude or a Fury. Wonder if he's an Omnath deck with Grief. Seems a little unusual, but it's possible. Solid dude, right? Tribal Flames is interesting. First we attack though. It goes to the top of his deck, right? Not in his hand. No, it goes to the top. Okay, so now the question is, like, he could have another Ephemerate in hand. So if I try to... I could Tribal Flames him right now. He's going to kill my Scion no matter what, right? But if he has another Ephemerate in hand and I play Brawler, I just get like totally blown out. I can hold up Binding. I think I just hold up Binding here. I don't think he knows I have Binding right now. No, he does know I have Binding. Okay, so he can play around the Binding blowout. There's play Brawler. I don't know. The chances are low he has another. I don't know if this is right. We're just going to play Brawler. Like, I guess I get totally blown out if you just Solitude Ephemerate here. But he would have to have another white card plus Ephemerate in his hand. Which seems unlikely. Because there's a land, so he can't do that now. What is this? This is a weird art. Cool. I haven't seen it before. I don't know. Is this from the new set? I guess it's a Phyrexia art. I don't know. I don't remember all the symbols. Maybe it's a commander card. Yep, that's fine. Okay, it's interesting. Like another land, please. Could have wanted the Binding for Omnath, but I'm still like 2 turns away from Omnath mattering. Maybe he doesn't realize this has Trample already. What do I think the chances are his other white card? His other card in hand's white card. Guess we'll find out. So you'd have to pitch to Solitude's Own Grief to bring him to 3 life. Yep. Okay. So now I've got 2 creatures on board. He's got Solitude, his Own Grief in order to gain life. I don't think he's getting out of this one. I have Bolt in hand. I don't know what he could draw that could get him out of this. Yep. Okay. We got there against Elementals, which could be really bad. It's interesting that he's going with the... Looks like he's on red, white, black Elementals. So kind of like the Scam Elementals package, but different. Unfortunately, like our sideboard is not really for this matchup. I think Hexdrinker seems very bad against a Solitude deck. Chained also seems bad. God, everything seems bad. Like... Okay, I do need Misstep, and maybe I need Fluster just to stop the Ephemerate shenanigans. And maybe Hexdrinker's still fine, but he's got so much like exile-based removal, I'm sure. Maybe we should go 1 Fluster, 2 Misstep. Sure, I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of answers in this matchup. Like, they have a lot of creatures, obviously, but like with ETBs and stuff, like I don't want to... I don't know, I could do Chain, but they could have Binding. Maybe I just go Chain. Could I just treat it like a Scam matchup because of the discard elements? So I go Chained. Let me look at how I would board against Scam. But I'm not worried about Blood Moon. That's the thing. See, I don't know. Chained is so bad against a deck with Bounty. I think I just run this. We'll try this. Maybe this is wrong. I don't actually know how to board against this matchup. Maybe taking out Hexdrinker is not correct, and I should just trim. He does have Flamekin Harbinger, which like is really bad for Ragavan. But like, I don't know. Keep 1 Hexdrinker in. I don't know. He has so many ways to deal with Hexdrinker that I just don't think it's great. I probably should have just kept the monkey in. It's too late. I think it's too late. Okay, this hand's good. So we're probably just gonna start with Overgrown Tomb. Well, we'll see what if he just destroys this hand with the whole scam thing, so it's possible. I wonder what other black cards he had. I should have looked at what he pitched. Because he has to have enough pitch cards for grief. I forgot to look at that last game. Because he have like Fatal Push or something. That would be very bad for me. Okay, do the thing. Or is he gonna just do a Harbinger? Looks like a Harbinger. Oh, fake out. Ooh. Man, this is an interesting deck. Was not expecting that. All right, green, blue, red, white. Okay, I probably just want to lead with Breeding Pool. Could you play Ren 6? I guess so. That'd be so bad for me, but I don't know. I don't know what this dude's doing in his deck. Like Esper Sentinel, Grief. They just took all like the good like MH2 cards and just jammed them into a deck, it looks like. Yeah, they at least know where he plays Ren 6, right? Okay, we're good. I'll claim my hand's all creatures and he has 2 Esper Sentinels. I don't think he plays Blood Moon. I mean, it could be wrong. Been wrong before. So the thing is, like, do I want to play Kavu if he has Fury? Or do I want to play... Or just play Brawler? And that doesn't really play around Fury, but... I guess they both die to Fury. But Brawler has Trample, which like actually might be relevant. But I can give Kavu Trample next turn, so I think we should play Kavu. Not overthink this too much. I wonder if he plays Binding or something. I don't know. I'm very confused about this deck. I'm not going to try to anticipate what's going on here. Misstep will be good if he lets me on tap. So he does have Fury. Let's see if he has Scam Fury. I guess I don't think I could have really played around it. Looks like he does. No, he doesn't. Okay. Oh, dude, this guy's just doing everything. Okay. Wow, this is a very interesting deck. Maybe this is like an archetype I just didn't know about. I'm just an idiot. All right, but what we're going to do instead is our life total is under pressure. Just a bit of concern, but his Fury is only 2/2, which is fine. Now we hold up Misstep in case he tries doing shenanigans. So he's like persisting, ephemerating. If he tries to ephemerate right now, the Fury maybe. Oh, like that. Please take 2 damage now. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a lot of answers to this matchup. Like, I don't think bringing Rest in Peace for like probably he has like 3 persists in the deck, I'm sure, or 2 is like really worth it. So he just attacks with Fury probably. Should attack with everything. You can't block with these. I guess he wants to draw cards. Okay, it's fair. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. Take 4. Races on. Guess I need to pay the tax. Put one of these now. So the question is, do I just take this damage from Fury? Probably. He tries to ephemerate something. He'll still draw a card, but... Endurance. March. Okay, I'm not dead yet. I'm going to go to 1. So I can't misstep this, right? Because it's 2. With X in the mana cost, I guess it counts as 0, but X equals 2, so it counts as a 3-mana spell. What did he exile? Okay. Well, I can't crack a fetch anymore. That was fun. I need a Tribal Flames off the top. And I still might lose. Okay, so we have to cycle this Triome. I don't think we can win, right? I don't think we can win. Let's attack first. Because I can't crack that fetch. That's like what's killing me. I need one more land to be able to cycle the Triome into Tribal Flames. Right, so if I do green and get yeah, well, I guess we'll just do it anyway. Oh, come on. Maybe he gets greedy and cracks that fetch, but I think there's no way. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm trying to think if we missed out 1 point of damage anywhere. I don't think we did. That's just like so devastating. You had the march. I guess, yeah, I forget the rules with like X mana sometimes of like what they count as, but I guess it's just like whatever X is set to. I don't know. It didn't seem to let me cast Misstep on March. I guess if it does, then I'll be very sad. So, like, is Misstep actually good? Is Flusterstorm actually good? He's at Persist, so maybe I just go Fluster instead. Yeah, let's try this. Maybe I want the 4th Ragavan instead of Hexdrinker. But he does have Esper Sentinel. I don't know. Hexdrinker doesn't seem great in this matchup. We'll put the monkey back in, especially on the play. So I'm hoping for just a good hand, and then I can just get out of this one. Maybe I should play Chain, because I don't know if he has a way to deal with enchantments. I mean, I guess he had March, which I think March can hit enchantments. I forget. Okay, so he does have March. So I don't think Chained is a good idea because he'll just kill me. You know, he'll just get another ETB from it if he marches on a chain, so that seems really bad for me. You could argue that Misstep is bad in this deck. Not in this deck, in this matchup. Because as I saw, what he basically only has Ephemerate, but I think Ephemerate is like such a strong spell that might be worth doing. Although you could say that 7 counters is too much, and maybe I just cut the Misstep and then put like a Hexdrinker back in. That could have been correct. Not exactly sure, because this is not like a common matchup I see. It's like a little unusual. I really want this hand to have 1-drops. Like, I'm kind of worried if I just play, like, I don't know, this is a fine hand, but, like, I'm on the play. I have only 3 2-drops, so, like, if I just don't do anything turn 1, play Kavu, like, am I going to be fast enough, or he's just going to have Fury and shit like that? I think I'm looking at this. Okay, it's better. Much better. Great. So, keep. Now, we could bottom this, right, because we go red, blue, green, white. I think that's what we're going to do. Bottom this. Foothills. Okay, this is like a much better hand. See if he just has like the grief scam, but at least I have monkey on board. If he does. Okay, so we'll go Steam Vents. Pay 2 life. Monkey. Kills my monkey, most likely. Scam time. Scam Fury. Scam time. Not scam time. So I'll probably just bolt that and then play my Kavu. And obviously he can get a Fury or whatever. Is what it is. Yeah, I'll get a Solitude. Ephemerate Solitude, wipe me out. I think I just do that though. I don't really have a way to play around the Ephemerate, unfortunately. The Ephemerate blowout. Like, I could have just not swung in and just play Kavu and I just get blown out just the same, so I think we just do this. Oh, yeah, that's right. We exile the card. That's actually huge. I forgot that. It goes on top of his library, so I just exiled the Solitude he wanted. That was actually huge. Huge. All right, let's go green-white. Get our Temple Garden. Player Kavu. Yeah, for some reason I kept thinking it goes to his hand, but that's actually huge. Maybe that's like what he needed. Maybe he has an Ephemerate effect, but doesn't have like, he's missing something. So hope he doesn't just blow me out with like Ephemerated something, but it's possible. He lets me untap. I feel like I'm in pretty good position. Maybe. Maybe not. Is it for 2 mana? Maybe March or Solitude on, not Solitude, Prismatic Ending on Kavu. Fury and Prismatic Ending. Ephemerate Fury. Just thinking about it. Yeah, these elemental matchups can be tough. Well, this version I haven't seen really before that much, but like a Solitude, not Solitude, Prismatic Ending. March on Monkey. And is he gonna Fury the Kavu? Interesting. Okay. Let's loot away this Triome. Try to find a regular land. Maybe that's not correct, but I think it's correct. Okay. Do I want to hold up? Do I want to play a second Kavu? Yeah, I think we should play a second Kavu. I was like, do I want to play Nacatl and hold up stub? What could he play that I would need to stub? Like another removal spell? 3 mana. I mean, I'm threatening. We'll do, I don't know. It's close. I think this is fine though. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't correct. But maybe he just hasn't, if he just has another removal spell. Like I need like a Planeswalker or something. I don't know if his deck has those. Maybe I'll try playing March again. It's at 5. Really going for it. Blowout time. Okay, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Okay, now we can counter whatever removal he has, which appears to not be much. Could dash Monkey here. He's going to have to block something. Then hold up stub. Yeah, let's do that. I guess Solitude Ephemerate's kind of a blowout, but I think we just go for it. I think if he had it, he would have used it earlier. Yeah, maybe that wasn't smart. Maybe I should just held up stub. But thing is, like, if he Ephemerates in the right order, then you can just pay the tax on stub. We discard this Kavu. Fine, something more useful. They discard the stub. Maybe it's, don't blow me out. Don't blow me out. Okay, it doesn't look like he's blowing me out. But now stub's not turned on. Okay, that doesn't matter. Now stub's still turned on. Sorry, I was thinking if my Kavu dies. Okay, so he's obviously looking for something. That's a cool little combo. Did he find the Solitude? Looks like he did. No, he didn't. Okay, so he just loses. So I guess he needed a Solitude there. I don't know if he... Yeah, he was at 5, so I guess he needed to find a Solitude there. Okay. All right, well, we got there against, I don't know, Ephemerate, Elementals, whatever it's Savai colors, or a Mardu colors, Mardu Elementals, call it that, plus some MH2 good stuff and some sacrificing. Kind of cool deck, honestly. I don't know. I haven't seen it before. It might be like an Aspiring Spike build, or like it might not be a new deck. I just don't know about it. But anyway, okay, so we're up to 3-1, which is a good place to be. We'll see how we're doing here. Hopefully, we can move maybe close to the top 16 with the 3-1. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you guys for round 5.